So in this video, we are going to discuss about accident investigation. So how do we going to investigate an accident? So for this, just we look at the example, that is when we look at a typical industrial bishop involving a maintenance worker who is falling off a 6-foot step ladder. The initial investigation would be like revealing that a worker is standing on the top portion of the ladder while attempting to replace a burned out light bulb. So standing on the top part of the ladder is considered to be an unsafe act. But do we stop our investigation and blame the worker now? But no, we have to investigate further. Okay, when we investigate further, continuing our investigation, we find that there is no other step ladders in the maintenance shop except 6-foot step ladders. So it appears to be that management is at fault for creating an unsafe condition. By looking at this example, at this point alone, you can come to a conclusion that it is an unsafe factor. But when we investigate little more further, it is come to a conclusion that it is an unsafe condition. Why I'm saying this example, because when you investigate an accident, you come to know the cause behind it, whether it is an unsafe act or unsafe condition. Okay, who is at fault, and why does it happen, who is responsible, all those things will be you will find an answer. Okay, so investigation is very important in a construction site. Only then we can able to prevent such accidents in the near future. Okay, so one of the great myth in today's era is, how many times have you heard people say after an accident, that's the price of the progress, or when your time is up, you go. Or sometimes people say that's an act of God, or law of averages says it's bound to happen. So these are the things that people usually tend to say when something happened to someone, okay, during the accident. Okay, so these are the irresponsible belief and unquestionable obstacles to the order of good business. Also, it is a myth or great myth that some people lead charmed life, just as it is a myth that accidents always happen to the other person. It is not so, right? So you cannot say that it is going to happen only certain group of people. No, it is not like that. So accident can happen to anyone. Okay. So in reality, we all exposed to some sorts of hazards. Okay. So our world is made up of many hazardous conditions that are only way we can be safe is to recognize and know the hazards which are inherent in each job or situation encountered. So, like I said, the myth, whatever I told in the earlier part, that is, it's all a myth. Okay, anyone can face an hazardous condition or accident. Okay, so no one is so safe in a construction site. Even engineer or a labor, whatever it is. Okay, no one is safe until they have some safety provisions or safe systems provided in the workplace. Okay, then only we can we adequately protect ourselves. Okay, there is a quote like, unknown person once said that, I wonder why somebody didn't do something, then I realized that I was somebody. So we should always keep this in mind. We should not always tell that somebody have to do something. That somebody has to be us. Okay, in a real time scenario, we have to take some initiative from our end so that the accident can be prevented, okay, in the site. So benefits of accident investigation. So the benefit is simple. The purpose of investigation is to find the cause of the accident in order that appropriate preventive measures can be taken. So the reason for investigating these kind of accidents is to learn about why accident happened, to make changes that will prevent a repeat accident, so that it will not repeat in the future. Okay. So to make employees aware of the hazard. So the employee should be aware of why it is happening and why these accidents happen in the first place. So these things they should be aware so that it might not happen, or they might have some knowledge to prevent it in the future. Okay. So basically, our investigation must answer the following question: that is, who was injured, when the incident, I mean, accident happened, where did the accident occur, why did the accident occur, how it can be prevented, what type of weather, lighting, temperature, noise, etc. was involved. So these things has to be, taken care of. Okay, we have to get answer for those things. Only then we can lead a proper good investigation when accident happen. Okay, so getting to the scene of an accident promptly is very important. The reason for this is that after an accident has happened and time has passes by, it becomes more difficult to obtain facts. So when time goes and on, the accident, whatever the information that has been there, it will be diluted, and sometimes you won't able to get information from the site after 2 or 3 hours. Only when you go to the site after an accident immediately, then you can get some sort of information. Okay, only then you can able to do something, some action from your end to prevent it or to minimize the accident. Okay, so the condition changes rapidly and people forget. Again, the prompt investigation must be in order to ensure that accident will not be repeated. Accidents are rarely caused by single factor. Okay, so but instead it is by several conditions or events that comes together at the same time. So I just repeat that it is caused, not caused by single factor, by multiple things. Okay, it is only caused by multiple events or multiple conditions. It comes together at the same time. Okay, in some organization, near misses and accidents are investigated with the same spirit of inquiry as that of major accidents. So in India, most of the time they won't, investigate the incidents or near miss incidents. They try to neglect those things, and only they look upon the major accident which took place in the site. So that is a bad practice in a safety culture, that we have to look upon near misses, incidents, everything. Okay, whatever happened in a site, we have to record everything. We have to take care of something. Okay, we have to take some preventive measures accordingly. Okay, each site will have different the goal, characteristics, labor, everything will be different. Okay, so each side will face a different hazard. Okay, so how do we going to investigate? The investigator going to go there and they're going to collect information. So the investigator, okay, the one who going to investigate is called investigator. The investigator should be equipped with the following items, that is camera, film, clipboard, paper, pencil, that is magnifying glass. The reason for glass is to look upon the minute details. Okay, sometimes you will have things which is very clumsy. You have to look upon few minute details, so that we can get some sort of information from that site. Okay, report forms, strong gloves, high visibility barrier tape. A tape is to isolate the area. So only when you have barrier tape, you can isolate that from the public. Okay, so that audience should not come and destroy any evidence or something like that. Okay, so the cassette recorder tapes, graph paper, ruler, identification tags, transparent tape, container, compass, flashlight. So the flashlight and all useful when the accident occurred in underground, or when the light doesn't permit in some areas. In that you will have some. You need to have some flashlight. Okay. So priorities of the mishap scene: arrive safely and take charge, observe the overall scene upon arrival and evaluate the situation, care for the injured, protect others from injury, remove onlookers from the immediate area. So these are the things you have to give priorities at this accident arena. The preservation of evidence is very important. Okay, you have to control the crowd. These things you have to take care, that is take charge, control crowd, take photos, hold witnesses. You have to hold them in a particular location so that it should not disturb them, some other people. Erect barriers. So you have to have some barrier across in a boundary of the accident, so that it isolates from the people. Okay, interviewing, these are the things you will be doing in the investigation part. That's interviewing, that is interviewing the people, okay, who's involved in the accident. So do the interviewing in a quiet and neutral, non-threatening location. Tell the witness the purpose of interview. Take down the essential information. So you have to take down every information that witness is going to say in front of you. Okay. Do not bring any surprises about the nature of the interview. Let the witness tell the story. Do not interrupt the witness. Encourage the use of sketches. Take notes. Avoid leading questions. Use tact and diplomacy, view neutral. So these are the things you're going to, carry out, points to be taken care of while doing the interviewing part. So when you are becoming a safety officer in the site, you have to interview and you have to take these, criteria, and you have to inculcate that in the construction. So as a conclusion, an accident is an unfortunate, costly, and it can cause untold suffering. The purpose of investigating accidents is to uncover all the details regarding how and why the accident happened. Without the accident investigation, you are bound to have an accident be repeated many times without knowing the cause or how the same accident can be prevented. So when you don't investigate it, don't do anything in the site, what happens is the accident is going to repeat again and again in the site. What happens if the accident happen again and again? You're going to spend money in the site. Okay, you're going to spend some extra money in insurance coverage, or the people who are going to injure are going to replace them labor. The project is going to get delayed. The unnecessary cost you're going to bond in the site. So everything going to comes for the burden for the labor. Okay, so when you don't investigate, you're going to face all those things. Okay. So investigating accidents will tell you whether the accident was caused by unsafe act or by unsafe condition. Sometimes can be both. You should also investigate close calls, that is accidents, near miss incidents, because they preview an accident waiting to happen. So most of the time, even in Indian construction sites, they don't prefer to note down this near miss incidents. They always care about the accident which is going to take place, or always the probability of getting accident. Those things, only the major accidents, they're going to they will give priorities. They might, or they will miss this kind of near miss incidents which is happening in the site. When you miss this near miss incidents, then sometimes in future that near miss incidents will become an accident. Okay, that might happen. Okay, so that's it from this investigation part.